How's it going? It's week 3. Let's talk about it. First up is the Patriots. Now, this is the Patriots team that we were expecting. However, it did expose how bad the O-line is. I don't think it's time for the hotline bling yet.
You used to call me on my cell phone.
So all in all, stick with Jacoby Brissett. Keep giving the O-line some reps so they can gel more. Because I think that's all it is. I just think they just need to gel. After all, that is God's plan.
Ha ha, very funny, motherfucker.
All right. I'm done. Take care, y'all.
Oh, come on!
Jets. See that ayahuasca is finally kicking in. Rodgers was kind of locked in, along with that defense. There's still some work to be done, but this was a good glimpse of what this team could be. I also feel like the football gods is just waiting for the right moment. I just feel it coming. Don't y'all feel it coming?
No!
Vikings. Sam freaking Darnold. Holy shit. Sniff your roses, sir. Sniff your roses, sir. 4 touchdowns.
I am the hype!
But more importantly, this defense, they smothered the Texans. And they had that O-line shook the entire game. If the Vikings keep this up, they could snatch this division. But Sam Darnold, wow. Holy cow. That was a good defense to go against, and he just lit them up. They do have another test next week. They got the Packers, and they might have Jordan Love back at that point.
Oh, shit.
Texans. What the hell was that? Y'all got bitched by the Vikings. Straight up bitched. CJ just looked uncomfortable. It's the first time like we all kind of saw him like rattled like that, but that's how insane the Vikings defense was. But the O-line in this game was just terrible. Way too many penalties. I mean, Laremy Tunsil had like 6 by himself. This one, you just flush the tape down the toilet. Get right for next week. Man, this was a shocker for sure. Packers. First of all, shout out to Malik Willis. This simply shows how the Titans had no idea what they were doing with Malik Willis. The fact that they traded him a month ago and he looks like this. Coaching is everything. Willis was efficient, protected the ball, 13 for 19 for 202 yards and a touchdown. He also ran one in, has 73 yards on the ground. He led the team in rushing. But second of all, the defense. The Packers finally have a defense that isn't reliant on a hope and a prayer. Xavier McKinney got another pick. That's 3 in 3 games. And Jair Alexander finally got his first career pick 6. Finally. Oh, and on top of that, 8 sacks. 8. Once again, Matt LaFleur called a great game. And it is great to see the Packers have an actual defense. They go visit the Vikings next week. Oh, this should be a good one. Titans might be in some serious trouble here. If Billy Jeans keeps ripping his pants, this might turn into a disaster season. I don't know what the hell is his malfunction. Like, he cannot protect the football. He just has this itch for like coughing it up. I don't understand. But more importantly, where is the O-line? Y'all gave up 8 sacks.
Unacceptable!
And the run game was just dead on arrival. 33 yards.
Unacceptable!
What the hell? The defense is pretty solid, at best, but none of that matters if the offense keeps giving the ball right back to the other team. I swear, if y'all lose to the Dolphins next week, oh boy. Saints. So, did y'all gumbo powers wear off or something? This almost looked like last year. Almost. I had to make sure they didn't bring Pete Carmichael back in the building. I had to make sure, I had to double check. But the offense just could not get going at all. Run game was struggling all day, and the pass game was just mostly shut down. Of course, the defense showed up because it always does. But the offense going from scoring 40 points a game to only putting up 12 is kind of jarring. Now, the question is, which Saints team are we getting next week? Because you guys visit the Falcons. And I feel like they might be a little pissed off after Sunday. Plus, they really don't like y'all. The Saints are going to kick their ass next week, aren't they?
Yep.
Eagles. There we go, defense. There we go. Please use Jordan Davis more, especially to stop the run. He's a fucking mountain. Just put him right there in the middle. Who's running? Who's running past that? Who's running through that besides Derrick Henry? Who's running through that? But the Eagles defense made the Saints come back down to earth, and what a reality check. Not only did the defense win the game, but Saquads and Dallas Goedert were awesome. Goedert had 170 yards by himself, and Saquads was just a freaking monster. 147 yards and 2 scores. However, Jalen, you gotta take care of the ball, bro. Way too many turnovers. But great bounce back win, especially after letting the Falcons just bitch you at your own stadium. Great bounce back win. Panthers. The most glaring thing about this was that there wasn't much change. There wasn't a lot of roster turnover. There wasn't a lot of shuffling around on the depth chart or anything. All they did was swap one motherfucker. They just swapped one player and everything just... I know Dave Canales is like, this is what I was trying to do. I mean, not only was the offense humming, but the defense was buzzing too. It was just the energy just refereeing through everything. This was a road game, by the way. Andy Dalton had himself a day. And honestly, it was awesome to watch. The red rifle was just firing. It was just fun to watch. Here's the issue with this. Yes, there is an issue with this. If things looked so bad under Bryce, then why not just roll with Andy Dalton from week 1? If you knew Bryce looked this bad, then why put him out there? Y'all didn't play him in preseason at all. Y'all threw him in like last game of this preseason as though like, oh yeah, that's right, we got to start this kid. And they just rolled him out there as if he was ready to go, when y'all knew he wasn't.
You can't fix stupid.
It's kind of a weird thing there. Hell of a win though. And what do you know? Look who's coming to town. The Bungles. This is just shaping up to be another great week for me. Like this season's already on a good foot for me. Raiders. Business decisions, huh? Listen, y'all better turn things around before the front office makes some business decisions. You know what I'm saying? How do you come off a big cojones win last week against the Ravens, and then you get completely slapped the fuck up by a Panthers team that looked like the worst roster in football? And poor Devontae. Somebody save this man. Can someone save this guy? He didn't sign up for any of this shit. Now, hopefully, y'all can right the ship for next week against the Browns. Another team that looks completely dead on arrival. Business decisions, though. Tampa Bay Buccaneers. All right. So, y'all just gonna forget everything y'all did from the past 2 weeks? What the hell was that? Y'all were home, for crying out loud. Just throw this tape out the window. Just chalk it up to playing a very sneaky good Denver defense. I'm sorry, what? I'm receiving word that the Eagles are coming to town.
Oh, shit.
Broncos. Well. What do you know? Look at Bo go. You throw them bows. Now that looks like someone who played 1,000 games in college. Now do it again against a vaunted Jets defense. All right? Just do that again. Do that again. Defense is playing out of their minds though. This might turn into something here. Chargers. All I am going to say, hope Herbert gets healthy swiftly.
Ha ha, very funny, motherfucker.
Chiefs are coming to town next week. Steelers. Incoming fan moment. Damn. Suck it, AFC North. Y'all ain't got shit. The steel curtain is back all the way. Justin Fields making Chicago look stupid. Okay, but seriously, if we keep this up and Justin continues to grow and become more comfortable and the defense is playing like this, look the fuck out. Browns.
You suck!
I shouldn't laugh, but I'm going to. Look, I know the O-line was banged up, but 8 sacks is still a lot. And honestly, I am giving Deshaun one more week before it is time to put Jameis out there. The defense is trying to hang in there for dear life, but eventually they are going to break because this offense is just not working. This has gone so bad. But as a Steelers fan, I am laughing my ass off. But have fun in Vegas. Giants. So we're going to call this team the New York Neighbors. And can y'all just give the stadium rights to State Farm? I don't care that the Jets play there either. I don't give a fuck. Call the stadium something State Farm. Just give it to State Farm so they can rename it. Okay. That boy Neighbors is single-handedly saving this team every week. And hopefully this is helping Daniel Jones be a better quarterback.
No, man.
Only time will tell. But it is starting to gel a little bit. It's still Daniel Jones. I can't really say that they'd be all right. So we'll find out. I will say that this defensive line, oh my God, this is terrifying, okay? They are rampaging through O-lines like they are paper. I will not be shocked if the Giants beat the Cowboys on Thursday. Just saying. The Bears. Once again, the O-line is dog shit. It's just awful. So like the purpose of an offensive line, right, is to block and protect. Basically be gargantuan and humongous, okay? Just be in people's way. That's all you gotta do, okay? So if you have 5 big chicken-eating motherfuckers that can't do either of those things, what do you get? I'll tell you what you get. You get only 63 yards rushing. You get 4 sacks. You get 6 quarterback hits, and you get a shit ton of pressures, okay? You get Caleb throwing over 50 times. Yes, Caleb has to play better, and he will. My God, this line is terrible. And now you got the Rams coming. So who knows what's going to happen in this game. The defense is good. Colts. Okay, I know you got the win, but Anthony Richardson did not have a good day. But this is what y'all signed up for. No need to panic. He didn't have much playing time in college, so he is going to have some great moments, and then he will follow that up with some what the fuck moment. Okay? Remember, you got to remember, this is still kind of his rookie season. He didn't play last year. So just got to roll with the good and roll with the bad, because there will be some bad. But don't panic, Colts fans. Dolphins. We're just gonna skip this one. I don't think we need to talk about it. Seahawks. The Seahawks are 3-0. What the fuck? Geno and the offense looked good. Charbonnet was running well, but this defense is terrifying. Oh my God. 5 sacks. And honestly, it could have been worse. Like, I know they got to him 5 times. They could have got to him like 50 times. But now the Seahawks are at the top of the NFC West, which is crazy to say when their quarterback is Geno fucking Smith. And he still ain't writing back. Cowboys. All in the trash. Don't worry. I will get to the Ravens for almost blowing this game. You know you got your ass whipped when you arguing with your teammates. The Cowboys got beat up so bad that it caused dysfunction and turmoil. On top of already dysfunction and turmoil. I have been saying this about the Cowboys for years. They got stars and they got talent in almost every position, in almost every room in that freaking building. However,
You suck!
they don't have the role players. It reminds me of the Suns in basketball, the Phoenix Suns. Star players, but that's all they got. They don't got the role players to support. You know why the Celtics won the chip? Team basketball. And football is probably the greatest team sport all in. Everybody has to contribute. You have to have the right pieces in place for everybody to contribute. You got Micah Parsons, yes. Who's helping him on the other side? Who do you have to balance him? Yeah, you got CeeDee Lamb. That's great. Who are the Ravens worried about outside of CD? And maybe Ferguson. Who, Brandon Cooks? Tolbert?
Who?
Really? Okay, you got CeeDee Lamb, Tolbert, and Cooks. We have Kyle Hamilton, Marlon Humphrey, and Nate Wiggins. Next, like, who are the Ravens worried about? And the run game is just dead. If only they had a certain someone who works out in Dallas every offseason, loves the city. Oh, right, yeah, that guy they could have had, he just ran all over their defense. Please lose to the Giants. Please, just do everybody a favor. Do me a favor. Lose to the Giants. Put a nice little bow on my birthday month of September. Please, just put a nice little bow on there. Just lose to the Giants next week. Just please do that. Ravens. Now that looks more like it. The NFC just cannot figure out Lamar Jackson. Seriously, let's be honest here. Y'all almost blew it. Just like last week, you almost blew it. The Ravens had 13 penalties for over 100 yards, and they are just doing stupid shit in these games. This is the team coached by John Harbaugh. This is an issue that's been going on for the past couple of years, and it could definitely cost them in January if they do not get it fixed now. So Buffalo, I'm asking you, please whip they ass. Niners, I'm just gonna say this now. This loss was not on Brock Purdy at all. I don't know how much better he could have played. Seriously, there is one thing I would like to address. Brandon Ayuk, yeah, I want my money. You were targeted 12, 13 times, and you only caught it 5?
Unacceptable!
Why does Jawan Jennings look like he deserved a contract more than you did, sir? Seriously, Ayuk looked like somebody who hasn't played a lick of football since the Super Bowl. And he's gonna have to get it together because Debo's missing time, and Jawan Jennings is balling out of his mind right now. So, he might want to wake up, because Ricky Pearsall will be coming back, and Debo will come back eventually. Just saying. But honestly though, Niners had this game in the bag. Instead, you're now 1-2, last in the division. Can we say Super Bowl hangover? Rams. Can we give Matthew Stafford his flowers, please? Sniff your roses, sir. Sniff your roses. Hell of a comeback win. McVay beats Shanahan yet again. Just when you count the Rams out, Sean McVay just pulls a win out of his ass. No Cooper Kupp, no Puka Nacua. Offensive line is just beat the shit. And they won. They came back and won. Oh, and Kyron Williams had 3 touchdowns. The Rams are just insane. They're just insane. Cardinals. How do you go from rolling over the Rams last week to being static this week? You don't run the ball. What the hell? I will say this though. I will chalk this up. Very good Lions defense, especially that secondary. They held it down. The Cardinals just could not get going offensively at all. Not until late anyway, but at that point, time was against you at that point. You do got the Commanders, but they're coming off a big win in Cincinnati. So you better hope you can handle number 5. In other news, Matt Prater is the only active player with 1,800 career points. There's your fun fact for the day. Lions. There we go. There we go. Now tell Jared Goff to stop throwing picks. The run game is in full effect. The pass game is still there. Ben Johnson can dial it up. We all know that. But now the defense is balling. They got Seattle. Get ready for some crazy, weird shit. Chiefs. So are they just going to lollygag through the whole season, right into the playoffs? Are they just going to just la-di-da-di-da? Seriously, the offense it's not even doing anything. They're not even doing all that. They don't have Pacheco. Kelsey is just gone, but yet they're still winning. They're still 3-0. The three-peat lives on. Falcons. Yeah, that was a tough loss. That was tough. Everyone's going to point to the missed call. I get it. But what about that last drive, though? Or the drive before where you called an outside zone or power, whatever, on 4th and 1, and Bijan just gets rocked. It was a 4th and 1. Y'all could have just ran up the middle. But I say this all the time. Do not play yourselves into a position to where the refs call the game. You call the game. I know the offense is still getting its chemistry going and it's only week 3. But can we just say that Kirk Cousins isn't really lighting it up like he did in Minnesota? I know he's still getting his bearings coming off the injury and everything, but this offense isn't really setting the league on fire. Bills.
Who else wants some?
Did y'all seriously have to leave them in a fetal position, in a puddle of their own piss, and then like having their whole dream crushed? I mean, goddamn. Not only did the Bills beat the Jags, they curb stomped them. They did a Mortal Kombat fatality on the ass. Ever since Arizona gave them a little bit of a scare in week 1, they literally just came back and started wrecking everybody. Seriously, so much for them falling off. Oh, I wanted to know, is Josh Allen still overrated? I'm asking for a friend, that's all. Jaguars. What in the blue hell is going on? Trevor looks like he's still in college. I don't mean that in a good way. By proxy, the way they're playing, Doug Peterson might be on the hot seat. I really don't think it's his fault, though. At least not all his fault. Trevor threw 38 times, but he was sailing a lot of passes. It was bad. He only had 178 yards. He looked terrible. And it wasn't like he didn't have a run game. Like, the run game was actually pretty decent. They were averaging like 6 yards a pop. But some of these passes were just terrible. And the defense just broke down because they were just on the field every 5 seconds. This looks bad. It looks really, really bad. And you know it's bad when the Panthers look like a better team than you do. It doesn't get any better for them because now they got to go to Houston to face a very embarrassed and probably pissed off Texans team who got a lot of blood in their mouth after the Vikings punched them in it a couple times. I have a feeling that the Jaguars are going to get their asses kicked again. Hopefully, when they go to London, they can get right over there because they always tend to get right in London. So hopefully that helps because holy shit. Commanders. As a DMV native, I could not be any happier for this team, man. Not only did they find their quarterback, but they seem to have the right people in place in the right places. Front office, on the coaching staff, they got the right people in place. This feels like RG3, but better, much better. How about Jaden Daniels looking like the best rookie out of this quarterback class? J. Dot. That's what I'm calling him. I'm calling him J. Dot. 91% completion percentage. Only missing 2 passes. That is a rookie record. I remember way back in draft season, all of the smart football people were saying that Jaden and Penix were the most pro-ready. You can maybe add JJ and Bo as the next closest to pro-ready, but there's a reason some people had him first overall over Caleb. He seems way more polished, definitely has the better O-line, no doubt about it. Also, shout out to the front office and the coaching staff for surrounding him with the right pieces, bringing in Zach Ertz, bringing in some veteran pieces. I know the Bears did the same for Caleb, but apparently they forgot one thing. Fucking O-line. Hell of a game for Jaden. Hell of a game for the Commanders. Thank you for beating the Bungles. I really do appreciate it. Speaking of the Bungles.
Oh! Oh, beautiful!
Last but not least. Hey, tell Joe Slim Shady to change his hair color back because apparently he doesn't know how to play football. No, I'm just kidding. Not for real. I'm really not going to put any of this on Joe Burrow. How can you? He did his job. 324 yards, 3 touchdowns, 0 turnovers. They put up 33 points. The offense was clicking for the most part, except in the red zone early on. But once they got going, it was going. The defense. Defense has been the one costing them these games, huh? And y'all are the main ones talking shit. Y'all just let a rookie quarterback in his 3rd game walk into your house with their college offense and straight up cook y'all. Oh, hold on. Hey, Cam Taylor Britt. Hey, you. Yeah. Did you ever get medicine for that road rash you got? Because you was getting burnt all night. How about y'all just focus on football and shut the hell up? How about that? Can y'all just do that? Ooh, I swear, if y'all lose to Andy Dalton and the Carolina Panthers, I am laughing my ass off. Even more than I did when I was watching J-Dot just tear y'all asses up. And that's your week 3 breakdown. WLYR is the station. That's what's up. Samurai Panda Sports is the show. Don't get cut. I am your host, Lyricist the Kid, signing off. And we out.